My name is Deke, and I'm not a rock star. But there was a time when I thought it was my destiny to become one. The first time I found the guitars under my dad's bed at age 5, I was pretty much infatuated. He had a classical Yamaha acoustic that I played around with, and at some point I got my hands on an old Epiphone Wilshire electric. It had a loose neck and about 3 strings. I taught myself to play Come As You Are by Nirvana on this guitar when I was 11. I had a pretty disjointed childhood. Neither of my parents were ever really fit to be caregivers. They divorced when I was 6, and things were in constant turbulence from then on. At 12, I finally ran away from home to live with some friends. That was 1994, and music had taken a firm grip as my one guiding light. It wasn't just the music, though. It was the rock stars who were playing it. Kurt Cobain, Eddie Vedder, Chris Cornell, and many others of that era were my role models. For me, they represented taking life into your own hands. It's kind of ironic when I think about it now. But that is exactly what I did. Within a year, I was fully entangled with my rock star destiny. Fortunately, some intervention took place and I went to live with my aunt and uncle. This was probably the happiest year of my childhood. My uncle David played banjo and listened to bluegrass like it was a religion. At the time, I wasn't really into this. But he had an incredible Alvarez acoustic guitar, and to my astonishment, he gladly let me play it anytime I wanted. On top of now having a real instrument to learn on, I was working at their t-shirt printing shop earning money for the first time, and I spent every last penny I earned on CDs. I listened to songs, picking out the notes to my favorite guitar riffs, teaching myself to play. I had a plan. Get really good at guitar, write songs, dress like Kurt, and become famous. It was that simple. Oh, did I mention become incredibly angry at the world, rebel against anything that looked even remotely like authority, and basically submerge the foundation of a fragile ego into a boiling cauldron of suffering? Yeah, boarding school at 13 wasn't my idea, but it was the option presented to me that I jumped on. It got me away from every single person I had known in my life up to that point. It might as well have been guitar school. I played guitar every moment that I wasn't forced to do something else. I had discovered Rage Against the Machine the previous summer, so I had a Rage tab book and a cheap Ibanez acoustic guitar that was gifted to me by my aunts and my sister. It was Tom Morello's riff rock that defined the next year of my life. That and a proper shit attitude. The thing was, everyone I met at boarding school had the same shit attitude, and they were absolutely consumed by music as well. Incredible life filled those dorm halls and had a massive influence on my musical development. Obviously, grunge rock was prominent, but along with my one true love, Rage, Metallica and Tool made its way into my rotation. Then my roommate and I bonded over Steely Dan, Steve Miller, and Lynyrd Skynyrd. But 90s ska and punk rock were also in full swing by that point. Owning a pair of Doc Martens was like having a certified cool kid acceptance card. I couldn't afford Doc Martens, so I needed to be a really good guitar player to make up for it. And I think that's how it all started. Being a decent musician and a songwriter was a way to survive. It was a way to be accepted. It was an identity. And it was basically all I would do for the next 25 years.